The Tortoise and the Hare.
One day, Wilbur came to the transfer yards to deliver some supplies to the narrow gauge railway. Rusty was there to pick them up. "Hello," said Wilbur. "How are you, Rusty?" "Pretty good, but I don't think that Freddie is." "Why not?"
"Smudger is always bringing Freddie down," said Rusty. "He always brings up his age, and it makes Freddie feel bad." "You're too old to work anymore," said Smudger. "You might as well retire right now." Rusty was right. Fearless Freddie was feeling bad.
"That's not good," said Wilbur. "Have you thought of any way to make him stop?"
But before Rusty could reply, Smudger interrupted. "Get out of the way, Rusty," he said. "I'm trying to get away from this old-timer here." Rusty grumpily got out of the way. And with that, Smudger was off. "As I was saying," said Rusty, "I haven't thought of anything yet." "Well, I hope you find one soon," said Wilbur. "Our elders should be respected." And he puffed away.
"Wilbur is right," said Rusty, and he wondered what he could do. One day, Rusty and Freddie were shunting at the transfer yards. "How are you feeling, Freddie?" asked Rusty. "Not good," said Freddie. "Smudger's been making fun of me a lot for my age, and I'm getting tired of it."
"Don't worry," said Rusty. "He'll eventually stop." Just then, Smudger came by to pick up his train.
"Hey, Teapot," he said. "Get out of the way so I can get my train." Freddie sighed and got out of the way. "That's more like it," said Smudger as he backed onto his train. "I wonder why I never pull trains," thought Freddie.
"It's obvious, Freddie," said Smudger. "You're too slow because you're so old." Then suddenly, Rusty had an idea. "Well, Smudger," he said, "if you think that you're so much faster than Freddie, why don't you two have a race?" "Fine," said Smudger. "At the end of the day, I'm going to beat you in a race, Freddie."
Then he puffed away.
"Rusty," said Freddie, "what were you thinking? Of course I can't beat Smudger. He's too young and fast." "Come on, Freddie," said Rusty. "I believe in you. Besides, it'll teach him a lesson for making fun of you all this time."
But Freddie was still nervous. Later that day, Freddie and Smudger were getting ready to race.
Wilbur was there to watch. "All right," said Rusty. "The race will be started here and finished here. Are you ready?"
"Heck yeah," said Smudger. Said Freddie.
"Alrighty then. On your mark, get set, go." Smudger rushed out ahead, and then Freddie slowly went behind. The two were eventually in the distance.
"So, Rusty," said Wilbur, "who do you think is going to win?"
"Of course, Freddie," said Rusty. "I hope." Eventually, the line went into two lines. "Haha, you'll never catch up with me," thought Smudger. Smudger stopped right in front of the tunnel. On the other side was the transfer yards. Freddie was nowhere to be seen. "I'll just take a quick nap," Smudger thought. "Then I'll go into the tunnel and finish." But as Smudger was sleeping, Freddie quietly went past.
"Oh my gosh," said Wilbur. "You actually did it." He sure did, said Rusty. I'm proud of you, Freddie. Freddie was proud of himself, too.
Shortly afterwards, Smudger came puffing out of the tunnel.
No! Shouted Smudger. How can this be? Nothing to be mad about, Smudger, said Wilbur. He just beat you. Rusty, Freddie, and Wilbur all began to laugh.
Smudger grumpily went to sulk in his shed.